Hi, I'm Laura, and I've been with GoTo about 15 years.
Why do you think you stayed with GoTo Transport so long?
Oh, there's so many reasons. The benefit plans, they have 401k. We get all the fuel perks. They have a really comprehensive health care package. They have a pet policy, and everybody's super friendly. They really support you, your name, you're not a number. And the shop, top notch. They get you in and out when they can. I can't say enough about it. Gary is awesome. I've never had to call him, but he has an open door policy. If you ever have a problem, just call Gary.
What made you, however many years ago, want to get your CDLA?
Oh my gosh, it probably started when I was about 5 years old. We were on a family trip going down to Florida, and you try to. My parents were really good about keeping us entertained while driving, and I saw this big black Mack truck with a long nose. Now back then, most of the trucks were cab overs, so they had the little short noses. And I looked at my dad and I said, "Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a truck driver." And he just kind of glanced over the seat and he said, "Well, honey, in these times when you grow up, you can be anything that you want."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went the avenue with most people. I worked in retail. I was a dry cleaner for many years. My mom owned the business, and I worked with her for a long time. And things in life changed. I got married, I got divorced, and my second husband, he lost his job, so we were trying to figure out how could we maintain our income. And I was like, "Hey, I always wanted to be a truck driver." And he supported me in it. So he raised the children, and I drove truck.
Do you think that being a woman in the trucking industry is difficult or, just the same as any other job? Is there any struggles that you've had?
Well, I wouldn't say it's the same as any other job. There are challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Being a woman in this industry early on, when I started back in 1999, it was very challenging. There were very few women out here. You were kind of on your own, and you really had to adapt. And today, fast forward, I don't feel that I'm at any disadvantage other than occasionally physically. Some of these doors can be difficult. Sometimes I can't reach things because I'm only 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
But I found having the proper tools and just not being afraid to ask for help. I just walk up to a man and say, "Hey, I need some help.
Yeah.
Can you come over here and help me?" And they're
Yeah.
more than happy to. But it is important to remain safe. There's things you need to do, dress appropriately, be professional, and be aware. Always be aware of your surroundings. That's the biggest tip I can give for women. Don't go out at night. Just stay in your truck. Figure it out.
Words of encouragement for
Right.
any young people wanting to be a trucker?
Well, I think the main thing about trying to get young people into trucking, the hardest part is the separation from family.
Mm-hmm.
You miss a lot.
Yeah.
Like I say, my husband and I did it non-traditional. He stayed home, raised the children,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked, and I was gone. I was gone for 2, 3 weeks at a time, so it was very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest challenge of trucking is the long haul. You're away from your family, and you miss a lot of things. But in the end, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, I paid my house off like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
So financially, you're going to be set well. And I like the open road too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a boss over my shoulder telling me what to do per se. There's rules that you have to follow and, all that. But that's about it. I've been doing this a long time. I would highly recommend that, if you see another driver struggling, get out and help.
Mm-hmm.
Offer assistance. I did that down in North Carolina. That lady driver was having a hard time backing in, so I spotted for her.
Yeah.
So just things like that. Support your fellow driver.
Mm-hmm.
What I miss, CB.
Yeah.
He needs to come back in style.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes.